December 2nd, 2021. We will call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. and ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Present.
Trustee Abbott,
Present.
Trustee Krusek,
Present.
Trustee Page,
Present.
Trustee Martinez,
Present.
Trustee Blair,
Present.
Mayor Cunningham.
Present.
Quorum is established.
Thank you very much. If you would please join us in a moment of silence as we dedicate this evening's meeting in memory of Captain Ron. That is how we affectionately know him here in the village of Woodridge. He's a longtime Woodridge neighbor and friend. To his family, his wife and son, and all of his neighbors, our deepest condolences. He will be missed. And now, if you would please join us with the Pledge of Allegiance being led by our audience here this evening.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And under comments from the public this evening, we do have the need for an open, formal public comment opportunity for the proposed tax levy and abatement ordinances that appear on our agenda for this evening. Before taking public comment, though, I am asking our village team to provide a presentation for us this evening. Good evening, Darren, and welcome.
Thank you, Mayor, Board of Trustees, and staff who are in attendance and others in attendance tonight. I'm going to do a presentation on the public comment section of the Village of Woodridge and Woodridge Public Library 2021 tax levies. Library Director Pam Dubé is in the audience this evening for anyone who may or may not have questions.
Thank you.
But the board workshop in September this year, and again at the levy determination meeting in November 4th, the village was in favor of increasing the tax levy by the rate of new construction that occurred in 2022. This raised the EAV by 0.75%, which would then increase the village levy by 0.75%. Excuse me. This equals the village levy request of $3,326,000 for 2021 levy to be collected in 2022. This is an increase again of 0.75% or about $25,000 based on new construction. The entire amount of the levy does go to the police pension, although the police pension funding requirement is $4,647,139. This does leave a shortage of $1,321,139 to be paid for other resources. This leaves a corporate levy of $0. And on the right side, you can see a pie chart, which encapsulates the 2022 total revenues for the village, just over $60 million. At the top of that pie chart, you can see property tax. It equates to 6% of our revenue base. Here's where it shows based on home value, how much each homeowner would pay for village property taxes. So every $100,000 based on our village levy, based on EAV growth that staff assumes to be protected at 4.5%. That actual percentage will be known in March or May of 2022 when the townships and county do their full assessment. This is a rate of 0.2376. So the average homeowner who pays, let's say $300,000 or has $300,000 market value to their home would pay $237.62 in 2022. Again, these are based on the EAV estimates. They will vary slightly from what actually occurs in May. And also does not include any taxpayer home property tax exemptions they might have. Here we have 4 different scenarios of a homeowner extending on the last slide. In the top row, you'll see the change of market value from last year to this year. What would it do to your tax bill? So in the second and third rows, you'll see if your home value was $100,000 last year and it changed by the percentages in the first row, how would that affect your tax bill? As you can see, the 2020 home market value is 100,000. 2021 home market value would be that percentage change. And in the next two rows, you'll see what your tax bills were last year and this year. I want to call your attention to homeowners B and C in this scenario, just because what these two scenarios show is what would happen if your home value stayed at $100,000, for example, and homeowner C would show you what would happen if you're to make your tax bill the same. And so homeowner B, if your home value stayed the same, it would go down 3.9%. Homeowner C, if your tax bill were to stay the same, that means if you look in the very first row in homeowner C, your market value had to go up 3.9%. So the 3.9%, it goes up in homeowner C, the 3.9% it goes down in homeowner B are direct relationships of each other. And this is just a good example to show different scenarios. In terms of the average homeowner's property tax bill, how much goes to which taxing bodies, you can see there about 3 cents to every dollar, or 3% goes to the village, about equal to the library. And then you can see most of it goes towards our school system. Each time debt is issued by the village, the cost of that debt each year does automatically get put on the tax rolls until each municipality does either abate part or full of the tax debt payments for that year. So you'll see here that the village has $2,407,887 in debt service payments in 2022. The ordinances that are being presented this evening would abate or eliminate all of those to be put on the tax roll. So these were dollars that will not be put on our property tax rolls, but instead paid for through other village revenue sources. The village also has 3 special service areas, 1, 3, and 5, the 7 Bridges, Richfield Place, and Timber's Edge, respectively. All of these special service area tax levies are to pay for stormwater improvements in their respective areas. Special service area number 1 is 7 Bridges, established in 1989. Tax levy request for 2021 is $41,945. This is a tax rate of 0.03, meaning that a home value of $600,000 would pay approximately $60 in taxes in 2022. Special service area number 3 in Richfield Place, established in 1997. This levy request to be collected in 2022 is $7,467. This is a tax rate of 0.16, meaning that a home value of $500,000 would pay approximately $269 in village tax, on the village property taxes. And lastly, we have special service area number 5, Timber's Edge, established in 2014. The 2021 tax levy request is $8,707 at a tax rate of 0.03. For a $500,000 home, this would mean $50 in property taxes to the village. The 2021 tax levy for our Woodridge Public Library is $3,901,278. This is a 1.4% or the CPI, allowed CPI increase from the 2020 levy last year. The breakdown of that amount is $3,671,278 into the general fund, $120,000 for IMRF costs, and $110,000 for Social Security or FICA costs. The Woodridge Library budget for 2022 revenues is $4,030,926. As you can see in the pie chart to the right, a large portion, 97% to be exact, comes those revenue base comes from property taxes, and 3% to miscellaneous revenue. On the expenditure side for 2022, the library has budgeted the same amount, $4,030,926. As you can see in the pie chart on the right, these are categorized by different expense categories such as personnel, repairs and maintenance, professional services, and so on. So that concludes the levy presentation this evening for public comment. Again, this is presenting this scenario for the village that was presented at the tax levy determination on November 4th and also discussed at the board workshop this year in September. If you have any questions for myself or Director Pam Dubé, please let us know.
Thank you very much, Darren. And Darren is the Assistant Finance Director here at the Village of Woodridge. We thank you so much, and on behalf of all of the colleagues in the Finance Department, as well as every department within the village. This is a tremendous job and just outstanding work on behalf of the Village of Woodridge and the Woodridge Public Library. So we're going to go ahead and actually ask if there are members of our audience first that would like to make a public comment regarding the proposed tax levy and or abatement ordinances. Would anyone like to make any comments before the village board? Okay, thank you so much. So we will go ahead and now ask if any of our village board trustees have any questions or comments regarding anything presented here. Anyone have any questions or comments? Okay, well, thank you very much. We definitely appreciate the presentation. Again, thank you to everyone here at the village, especially the finance department, the Woodridge Public Library, to the board of directors there and all the staff at the library. Thank you very much for your excellence and all the hard work and doing such great works here and benefiting Woodridge tremendously. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. So now we will close the public comment portion of the proposed tax levy and move now to public comments not relating to this evening's agenda. Going to ask to pause to acknowledge any written public comments that have been received prior to the meeting that do not relate to tonight's agenda. If we have any, we would like to enter those into the public record. So I'm going to ask staff if we do, have we received anything?
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. We have received no written comments prior to the meeting this evening.
Okay, thank you so much. That's Administrator Stonich. I will now ask if there are any members of the public who have joined us either in person or remotely via Zoom wishing to comment on any items that are not related to tonight's agenda.
Mayor, there are not.
Thank you so much. And it says here, the next question, we do want to ask again, if we've received any written public comments that have been received prior to tonight's meeting that do appear on tonight's agenda. I believe we have not.
We have not, Mayor.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you. Going to ask if there is anyone in the public or who's joined us via Zoom wishing to comment on any items that are on tonight's agenda.
Mayor, there are not.
Thank you so much. Under our omnibus agenda this evening, going to ask please for a motion to approve items A through C and acceptance of item D, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Page, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Martinez. Is there a request for any item to be considered separately this evening? Okay, thank you. Hearing none. Going to ask Administrator Stonich if you would please to read the items that appear on the omnibus agenda for us this evening.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. Members of the board, good evening. Item A is Ordinance 2021-42. It's an ordinance granting a minor amendment to a planned unit development relating to 7500 Gladstone Drive. This is for the Thornberry Woods patio. Item B is Ordinance 2021-43. It's an ordinance granting a minor amendment to a planned unit development at 7520 Woodward Avenue. This is Take 5 Oil change in their facade. Item C is Resolution 2021-114. This is to waive the competitive bidding process and authorize the village administrator to execute an agreement to purchase fuel through the Citco fleet at 75th and Janes. And then finally, item D are the accounts payable registers for October 22nd and 29th, and also November 5th, November 12th, November 19th for the year 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Administrator Stonich. Going to ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much, everyone. Under the mayor's report, we do have several items that we would like to share. And some of them we have shared already, but we're going to go ahead and share them again because the more information that we have out to everyone, the more hopefully we get our neighbors to participate. So an open house fundraiser and angel tree for children impacted by our June 20th tornado, or our Neighbors Helping Neighbors families, will be held on Tuesday, December 7th at Clara's. December 7th in Woodridge is actually Giving Tuesday. And as part of the celebration, Clara's restaurant has a giving tree that they established with about 67 to 70 children who were impacted by the tornado. And their first names appear on these wonderful little gift tags, and they put ideas that they would like to have for the holiday season. If you or someone you know would like to help, you can just stop by Clara's and pick a name off the tree. And then we would ask that you please choose anything that you would like on their tag that they've asked for, wrap it up and tag it and bring it to Clara's on Giving Tuesday, which is December 7th. Clara's opens at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, and ask that if you want to call over the weekend to see if they're available, that would be great. They would tell you what their hours are that you could actually go and grab a tag. Please visit Clara's Giving Tree to choose a heart. That's what the tags are. And we ask that you get a gift for a child impacted. Gifts must be returned wrapped again by December 7th. Also, Clara's, as Helping Hands with the Neighbors Helping Neighbors, will host an open house fundraiser dinner on Giving Tuesday, December 7th from 4 until 7 p.m. This dinner is $30 per person. It does include a buffet dinner, wine and beer, and all the proceeds are being donated to Woodridge Neighbors Helping Neighbors for disaster relief. Tickets, again, are available now, and you can go visit Clara's website. And we do thank Clara's for being such a generous partner with our Neighbors Helping Neighbors. In addition, again, here we go, ho, 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 guess who will be coming to Woodridge? That is via our Woodridge Special Events Committee, who is again sponsoring our annual Santa Comes to Woodridge event. Free gift bags will be given out to the first 200 children who come to see Santa and Mrs. Claus on this Saturday, December 4th. The event will be held in St. Scholastica's Parish Activity Center at 7800 Janes Avenue in Woodridge from 11 until 1 p.m. Please do wear your masks. Santa and Mrs. Claus will arrive via our Woodridge Police Department escort, and no food or drinks will be provided that day, just to stay in compliance with all COVID-19 protocol. Any more information that you would like to have, can be found right on the village's website. Also, partnership here, lessons learned from our tornado regarding insurance coverage tips and information will be held on December 8th, which is Wednesday, from 7 till 8 p.m. at the Woodridge Public Library. Please join the Deputy Director of Consumer Education and Protection with the State of Illinois Department of Insurance for an insurance overview, addressing the basics of good insurance coverage and making insurance claims. In response to the challenges that we faced following our June 2021 tornado, Deputy Director will also then touch on flood insurance, tiered deductibles, and the role of insurance adjusters. The Woodridge Public Library, thank you, Director DeBay, and the Village of Woodridge are jointly sponsoring this program and providing giveaways, and they include emergency pocket flashlights, water-resistant important documents portfolios, and candles. Attendees will take home an insurance tip sheet along with contact information for the state of Illinois. Thank you very much for your partnership on this. I know many neighbors are so excited to have this resource here, and they do appreciate it very much. So we do appreciate that. That is the end of my report. Administrator Stonich.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. First item A is ordinance 2021-44. It's an ordinance, levying taxes for the Village of Woodridge, DuPage County for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2022 and ending December 31st, 2022. This is Village's 2021 property tax levy is $3,326,000.
Thank you very much. Going to ask for a motion to approve ordinance 2021-44, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Blair. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
trustee Blair,
Aye.
trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek,
Aye.
trustee Page. Motion passes.
Next item B is ordinance 2021-45. It's an ordinance levying taxes for the Woodridge Public Library for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2022 and ending December 31st, 2022. This proposed 2021 tax levy is in the amount of $3,901,278.
Thank you. If I could please ask for a motion to approve ordinance 2021-45, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page, and a second. Thank you, trustee Kagan. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek,
Aye.
trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you all. The next several agenda items, which are C through F, are tax abatement ordinances. Unless there are trustees or, let me just say that no trustees that have any questions or concerns doing so, I would like to propose a motion to approve items C through F by the way of an omnibus motion. Is
So-
there a motion in favor?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Cruz. Second, a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Page. Clerk Hennigan, I'm going to ask you to call the roll on that, please.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek,
Aye.
trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Martinez,
Aye.
trustee Blair,
Aye.
trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. I'm asking Attorney Pat to please read items C through F for the record, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Item C is ordinance 2021-49. It's an ordinance abating portions of the tax levy of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022 and ending December 31, 2022. For the Village of Woodridge, $9,075,000 general obligation refunding bonds, Series 2014, dated December 30th, 2014. Item D is ordinance 2021-50, an ordinance abating portions of the tax levy of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022 and ending December 31, 2022. For the Village of Woodridge, $3,810,000 general obligation refunding bonds, Series 2017, dated December 1st, 2017. Item E is ordinance, item E is ordinance 2021-51, an ordinance abating portions of the tax levy of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022 and ending December 31, 2022. For the Village of Woodridge, $5 million general obligation refunding bonds, Series 2019, dated October 17th, 2019. Item F is an ordinance, ordinance 2021-52. That's an ordinance abating portions of the tax levy of the Village of Woodridge, DuPage, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022 and ending December 31, 2022. For the Village of Woodridge, $20 million general obligation refunding bonds, Series 2021, dated January 8th, 2021.
Thank you very much, Attorney Pat, for reading that into the record. Going to now ask, please, for a motion to approve an omnibus motion. This is for agenda item C through F. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Blair, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Martinez. Any board discussion or questions? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Krusek,
Aye.
trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Martinez,
Aye.
trustee Blair,
Aye.
trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much, everyone. The next three agenda items, which are G through I, are tax levy ordinances relating to the three special service areas in the Village of Woodridge. Unless there are no trustee questions or concerns with doing so, I would again like to propose a motion to approve items G through I by way of an omnibus motion. Is there a motion in favor?
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Abbott. I'm going to ask if Attorney Pat would please review. Let me step back. Yep, okay. Yes, we'll go ahead and vote on the omnibus approval. So I'm going to ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Now I would like to ask Attorney Pat to please review items G through I for the record, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Item G is ordinance 2021-46. It's an ordinance levying taxes for the Village of Woodridge Special Service Area Number 1, DuPage County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022, and ending December 31, 2022. This ordinance levies taxes for Special Service Area Number 1, which is 7 bridges, in the amount of $41,945 for the tax levy year 2021. Item H is ordinance 2021-47. That's an ordinance levying taxes for the Village of Woodridge Special Service Area Number 3, DuPage County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022, and ending December 31, 2022. This ordinance levies taxes for Special Service Area Number 3, that's Richfield Place, in the amount of $7,467 for the 2021 tax levy year. And item I is ordinance 2021-48. That's an ordinance levying taxes for the Village of Woodridge Special Service Area Number 5 in DuPage County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022, and ending December 31, 2022. This ordinance levies taxes for Special Service Area Number 5, that's Timber's Edge, in the amount of $8,707 for the 2021 tax levy year.
Going to ask now, please, and thank you very much for your assistance with that, Attorney Pat, for a motion, please.
So moved.
Thank you very much, trustee Martinez. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. Any board discussion or questions? Seeing none, if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Motion passes.
And now, Administrator Stonich, we now move to your remaining agenda items, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Item J is Resolution 2021-115. It's a resolution authorizing the Village of Woodridge to enter into an employment law services memorandum of agreement with Lehner Munchen, who is for the employment law and labor services law firm that we use.
Thank you very much. If I could please ask for a motion to approve Resolution 2021-115.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Abbott. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item K, ordinance 2021-53, an ordinance establishing rates of compensation for non-union employees of the Village of Woodridge, reference to the 2022 salary administrative plan that will become effective January 1st, 2022 as part of the adoption of the fiscal year 2022 budget.
Thank you. If I could please ask for a motion to approve ordinance 2021-53, please. So moved. Thank you, trustee Blair. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item L, resolution 2021-116, a resolution to approve certain temporary provisions relating to the COVID, which is the Woodridge Clinic drive-through COVID testing facility and the extension of their temporary use.
If I could please have a motion to approve resolution 2021-116, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Martinez. Any discussion on this item? Seeing no one, if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Martinez,
Aye.
trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Final item this evening, item M, is Resolution 2021-117, a resolution permitting the extension of a temporary COVID testing clinic located at CVS Pharmacy parking lot at 8645 Woodward Avenue.
Thank you very much. Going to ask please for a motion to approve resolution 2021-117.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Blair. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. Any discussion on this item? Seeing no one, if our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek,
Aye.
trustee Page.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much, everyone. As we have no other unfinished or new business to come before the board, before we adjourn, just a quick note to everyone and throughout our community and our businesses. Please do take good care and stay safe. We thank you very much for your time, and staying connected with us here at the Village of Woodridge means everything to us, and we do appreciate that very much. We're wishing you and your families and our neighbors throughout Woodridge the best of the holiday season ahead of us, and do take good care. With no further business to discuss this evening, I would like to ask please for a motion to adjourn our regular board meeting of the Village Board. Motion, please.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page. And a second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Martinez. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Seeing no one, it is 7:30 and our meeting, actually 7:32, and our meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.